The exercises featured in the Nova Yoga Show are not suitable for everyone. It is recommended that you consult a physician before beginning this or any other exercise program.
Welcome yogis, I'm Melanie. I'm here at Nova Yoga Studio in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland. And today we're gonna get strong. So I have for you an empowering, challenging flow to build whole body strength. And joining us today we have Lisa and Kate. So Lisa is new to yoga and she's going to be figuring some things out and moving through some modifications along the way. Kate will maybe be spicing things up a little more throughout the practice, so if you are more advanced and you want to check out some variations, you can follow Kate. So we're going to start this practice in hands and knees. So we're going to find our way, facing the front of the mat in hands and knees with the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, the fingers spread wide. And we're going to move from cow pose back into downward dog 3 times and moving with breath. So as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, look forward, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Then exhale, curl your toes under and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Repeating that flow, so inhale, lower your knees, lift the gaze, lift the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale. Find that lift. And then exhale to stretch it back. And let's hold downward dog for a couple of breaths. So notice your hands, adjust them so that they are shoulder width apart, fingers spread very, very wide. And taking your feet hip width apart. And firm your thighs so they're strong and active. Think about pressing your thighs back as your heels melt a little deeper down. Drawing in through the belly and the ribs, firming your upper outer arms in. And let's inhale, shift forward into the plank, into plank pose, long and strong. And then exhale, let's take it back into downward facing dog. So let's add a twist, a plank twist into that. So inhale, forward into your plank pose, feet are hip width apart. Exhale, roll to the right, so you're twisting your plank to the right, coming onto the inner and outer edges of the feet without lifting the hands. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, twist your plank to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. And that felt so good. We're gonna try it again. Inhale, forward into your plank pose. Exhale, same twist to the right without sinking at the hips or the heart. Keep that strong alignment, that energy in your plank. Inhale. Exhale, other side. I actually love these. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. And let's look to the hands and let's start to walk forward. So however many steps you need to make it to the top of the mat. And let's shake out through the wrists. So shake out, and giving your wrists a little bit of love, a little bit of release, and maybe you want to shake out through your elbows and your shoulders, your head, your whole torso. And then pausing there in stillness. And let's rise, leading with your chest. So circle the arms out to the side, up to the sky. We're going to come up with a flat back, a nice long spine. So a bigger reach up to the sky. And then take your arms wide out to the sides. And release the hands down. Lovely. So we're going to make our way to the top of the mat. And we're going to make our way through a couple of sun salutations with some surprises. So take a moment to find your mountain pose. And as you inhale, take the arms wide out and up, lift to the sky. Exhale, hinging at your hips, come forward into your full, touch the ground, bend your knees if you need, and relax your neck and your head. Inhale, half lift, palms to shins or fingers in line with toes. Exhale, plank pose, place your hands, step it back 1 foot at a time. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower your knees, or you can lower in a straight, strong line. Draw the elbows into the ribs as you make your way all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra or upward facing dog. Then exhale, curling your toes under, make your way back into downward facing dog. Enjoy a breath there. And then look to where you're going. Look to the hands, lifting your heels, bending your knees, and then starting to walk your way forward to your hands. Inhale, half lift of the spine. Exhale, take the fold. Bring your feet all the way together, all the way to touch. And with your feet together, we're going to take fierce pose. Bend your knees, sit the hips down, lift your arms to the sky. And in fierce pose, can you lift your heels, but don't straighten your legs. So see if you can come up onto the balls of the feet, up into your high chair. And then lower your heels. And can you get very, very tiny in your fierce pose? So tiny that you start to come all the way down. And if you wish, you can widen your knees, lift your heels, even using your hands to help you down as gracefully as you can. And once you're there, bring your hands and your forearms to the mat. And making sure you're not sinking at your chest, so keep the heart lifting high. Try not to look up, that's a lot of strain on the neck, so just look forward. And then lift your legs. As you inhale, your legs will extend out in front of you. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bring them into the chest. Inhale, legs will lengthen. Exhale, knees in. See if you can soften throughout your jaw. Inhale, no gripping, no tension through the face. Exhale. Let's go 2 more. Exhale. And 1 more, building this core strength. Inhale. And exhale. And then rising up from here, we're going to try a fun transition. All right, don't think about it too much. Don't let it get into your head. Just give it a go. So we're going to hold onto the back of the thighs. We're going to roll back onto the spine, and we're going to rock and roll up and down. And we're going to see if we can rock all the way forward to standing. Press into your feet. Reach your arms to the sky. This great big triumphant ta-da moment. I am here. I have arrived. And bring your hands down into the heart. Nice work. Let's try another. Arms by the side. Step into your mountain pose. Inhale, arms wide, out and up, lift to the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips, come forward into your fold, touch the ground. Inhale, palms to the shins or fingers in line with toes. Exhale, place your palms, step it back 1 foot at a time. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, you can lower your knees or lower down in a straight, strong line. Keep your elbows hugging into the ribs. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift your chest, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale to journey back into downward facing dog. And then look to the hands, lift your heels, bend your knees, and you can walk, or maybe, hop to the hands if you're feeling hoppy. Inhale, half lift of the spine. And exhale, folding out over the legs. Again, bring your feet together. Parallel the edges of your feet. Bend your knees, sit the hips down, reach the arms up. Fierce pose. See if you can balance in your fierce pose. Rise up onto the tippy toes. And then gently let your heels release down. And then squeeze your inner thighs together. We're going to take a seat. And maybe try sitting without the use of the hands, or maybe use your hands to help you wherever you are. Meet yourself there. And once you've lowered, we're going to set up for tabletop. So place your feet on the mat in front of you, hip width apart, and then place your hands behind you, fingers face forward. So we're going to link 2 strong poses here. As you inhale, press down into your hands and your feet. Lift the front body up, a gaze point that is good for your neck, so wherever you want to look. And then as you exhale, lower your hips down. Boat pose, keep the knees bent, float your feet up, lift your hands, lift your heart. Let's repeat that 2 more times. So inhale, place your hands on your feet, lift the front body up. And then exhale, touch the hips down, and lift the limbs, lift the chest. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hold for an extra moment in boat pose, breathing freely. And then bring your hands to the back of your thighs, right away rolling on down to your spine. You know we're going to try that transition again, right? So rolling just for a moment to prepare. And then again, try not to think about it too much. Whenever you're ready, press your feet down, rise to stand, reach for the sky, and bring your hands down to the heart. If you don't get that right away, don't worry. Practice, practice, and all is coming. Take your arms by your side, step it forwards, and we're gonna make our way into downward dog. So inhale first, reach your arms wide, and exhale, come forward into your fold. Inhale, half lift of the spine. Exhale, downward dog, place your hands and step it back. So once you're in your downward dog, let's step the feet together, and that's gonna help with our balance because we're gonna lift a leg. So as you inhale, pick up your left leg, take it to the sky. Try and keep your hips square, the leg long. Exhale, bring your knee into your forehead, shift your shoulders over your wrists for core plank, and see how high you can lift that knee into the belly. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, hug the knee in and up, rounding through the spine. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, draw the knee in, hug it in, and see if you can step your foot all the way up to meet your thumb. If you get stuck, no worries. Take your hand around your ankle and coax your foot forward. So we're going to take warrior one. You're going to drop the back heel down so both feet are flat on the floor, and find some space between your feet widthwise. Front knee is bent, back toes angled forwards, and let's come all the way to stand. So once you're up, you can always adjust your stance. So make sure that you have enough space between the feet. The knee is directly over the ankle, never extending past. And your back leg is nice and strong. Really root into the outer edge of the back foot. Lift your arms up, turn the gaze forward. Draw in through the low belly, through the ribs. And we're gonna move into goddess or cactus arms. So you're gonna bend your elbows, palms face forward. And just line up your elbows with your shoulders, so making sure that the elbows don't sink. So as you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up through your chest. And then exhale, draw the elbows together in front of the face, pinky edges of the hands coming into touch. Repeating that, inhale, pulse the chest open. And exhale, hug the elbows in. One more time with a strong movement, inhaling. And exhale. Take your arms straight up to the sky, warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips, pivot onto the ball of your back foot, and see how smoothly you can step forward. Feet on the mat. So from here, let's move into a balancing posture. So we're going to take it into warrior three. So with the hands on the hips, we're going to start to shift the weight into the left foot. Let the right knee rise in and up, and then press your palms together in front of the chest. From there, start to extend the left leg back. So that left leg needs to be super strong, super active. Flex your foot so you're reaching back through the heel, and square your hips as the torso moves forward in space. Draw in through the belly, core connect. Maybe you need to do a little tap down, touch down with the foot. It's tough, this pose. And we're gonna make it even harder. Inhale, you're gonna bend your standing leg for a little push up, bend your knee. And then an exhale, straighten the leg. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw the knee in and set your foot down. That's your new favorite, I just know it. Arms by your side. Inhale, take the arms wide, out and up. Exhale, fold out over your legs, and take a moment to wrap your hands around your ankles or your calves. Hug yourself a little deeper in. Lift your spine halfway, palms to shins or fingers in line with toes. Then touch your fingertips down and step your right leg back. So right leg back for warrior two. Ground the heel. Bend the front knee. Maybe use your hands on your thigh to help yourself up. And rise. And once you're up, notice the alignment of the feet. So in our Warrior Two, we want that front heel connected to the back arch of the foot by an imaginary line. Knee directly over the ankle, strong through your middle, and open through your heart. So we're going to take a core version of this flow. Open your front palm. And as you inhale and stretch back, the back hand sweeps in front of the belly as you reach back. Same thing as you move forward on your exhale, hand sweeps in front of the belly as that free arm reaches up and over. Let's take that back one more time. Inhale, core version of Peaceful Warrior. And then as you exhale, go ahead, rest your forearm onto your thigh, side angle variation. Then take that lifted arm, wrap it around your back for the half bind. Roll the shoulder back, spin the chest open, and if you're feeling brave, bold and spicy, free the left arm, stretch it forward with the palm up and maybe even with a smile. Then float back up into your Warrior Two. Bring your hands down to frame your foot. Downward facing dog. Step it back. Come down to your knees. And we're going to take on dolphin pose. So come down to your forearms. Take a hold of opposite elbows. This will guide the elbows in underneath the shoulders so you have a strong foundation, a great base. And then link your hands, interlace the fingers, drawing the hands together. From this place, we're going to curl the toes under and we're going to lift the hips up. So it's kind of like a downward dog, but you're on your forearms. So your head is hovering. You're looking back at your feet. You're pressing into your forearms as you hug your outer upper arms in. And maybe you walk your feet closer to head and hands, making the pose more challenging. Maybe, if you're following Kate, you want to try lifting one leg at a time. And building this fantastic upper body strength as well as opening the shoulders. And then treat yourself to rest, coming down to the knees and into child's pose. So sinking hips to heels, you can take your arms forward or wrap them back around you. And just take a moment here to really celebrate the challenge of that pose and the rest that comes after. And then forward into hands and knees. We don't want to get too cozy there. We have a whole other side to do, so we're going to find our way back into downward facing dog. And then bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up, stretch it long and strong back behind you. Exhale, bring it in knee to nose, shift your shoulders over the wrists, and again, hug the knee as high as you can into the body. Inhale, send your leg back. Exhale, draw it in and up. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hug it in, step your foot all the way up to meet the thumb. And again, if you don't quite make it, no worries. Take a hold of your ankle, coax the foot forward. Warrior One, spin the back heel down. Separate the feet so they're about hip width apart. Bend your front knee and rise all the way up to standing. And then from here, just checking out your alignment, making sure that you have some space between the feet, making sure the knee is over the ankle, and making sure the back leg is active and strong. And spin your chest forward, draw in through the belly. And then bend your elbows for goddess or cactus arms, elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the heart. And then exhale, draw the elbows in. Inhale. And exhale. One more pulsation. Inhale to open up. And exhale to hug in. Take your arms straight up to the sky, coming back to your Warrior One. Hands to your hips. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot and a smooth step forward to the top of the mat, placing the foot down. So let's prepare to balance on the right leg, Warrior Three. So shift the weight into that right foot and float your left knee in and up. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And then from there, start to extend that left leg back. So remember, the leg needs to be long and strong. Firm the thigh, press the heel back. Look down, find your gaze point on the ground. Roll your left hip down, square up the hips, firm the belly, core connect. Remember to breathe. One push-up, inhale, bend your standing leg. Exhale, straighten your standing leg. And then hands to your hips, draw the knee in and up, and set the foot down. Nicely done. Take your arms wide, inhale, out and up, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, take your arms wide as you fold out over your legs. Inhale long through the spine. And as you exhale, touch the fingertips down, step your left leg back behind you. We're gonna go warrior two. So anchor the heel, line up your feet. Maybe use your hands on your thigh to come up or come up your own way. And take a moment to check out your alignment, to guide the knee directly over the ankle, open heart, open hips, strong through your center. Flip your front palm open, and as you inhale, the back hand sweeps in front of the belly, stretch back, core version of peaceful warrior. And then exhale, taking it forward, core version of your side angle, hand in front of the belly as the arm lifts. Inhale, take it back again. Core version of Parsa Virabhadrasana. And with your exhale, come forward, plant your forearm onto your thigh as your left arm lifts up. Bend at the elbow, wrap your arm around you for a half bind. And then from there, as you roll open, maybe extend that right arm forward, palm faces up for your core half bind. And you can look back over your left shoulder. And then rising back up into warrior two. Circle the hands down to frame the foot. Step back smoothly, downward dog. Shift forward into your plank pose. And then coming to the belly, option to lower the knees as we lower all the way down. We're gonna stack the hands. We're gonna rest the forehead on the stacked hands, and we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Interested in livening up your yoga practice? For more information on Melanie and Nova Yoga, check out novayogaonline.com or visit her at Nova Yoga Studio at 125 Longs Hill.
Welcome back, yogis. Today we are getting strong, so moving through a flow to strengthen a little bit of everything. So we're gonna move into locust pose now. So you're gonna stay on your belly, forehead on the mat, and just lengthen your arms back by your side so you're in this nice long line. And we're gonna come into locust to strengthen the spine and the lower back. So as you inhale, you're gonna lift through the upper and lower body, so the head, the shoulders, the heart, the feet, the shins, lifting off the ground, point back through fingers and toes, stretching forward through the crown of the head, breathing freely. And then coming down, rest your right cheek onto the mat and give yourself a moment to rest. Maybe a little sway of the hips from side to side. And then taking your forehead to the mat. Second round of locust or shalabhasana. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. And feel like you're moving in two directions, the neck and the crown of the head forward, the fingers, the toes stretching back. Maybe find a little more length. Maybe draw your inner ankles a little closer together. Nice work. Lower the left cheek to the mat. Give yourself a little rest and a little sway of the hips from side to side. Nice work. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press your way back into hands and knees. And you're gonna take a seat and you're gonna swing your legs forward. So place your feet as you sit, free your arms, and you're gonna challenge yourself as you lower, coming all the way down onto the back. And then from this place, we're going to cradle the back of that left thigh as we extend the leg to the sky. So taking a moment here in our reclining leg stretch. Roll the shoulders back, relax through the jaw, and really press up through the sole of your foot, just like you're standing on the ceiling, and feel that nice stretch through the back of that leg. And if you're following Kate, you might want to straighten out the bottom leg. And then bending that knee into your chest. Straighten your right leg out. And we're going to twist. So left arm to the side. Use your hand on your knee to guide the knee across you. Just a moment there to release the spine. And then coming back to center. Set the foot on the ground, hug the right knee in, cradle the back of the thigh, and extend your leg to the sky. Really power up the leg as you stretch it up. Again, no forcing, no pulling. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your mind, your shoulders. And then bending that knee into the chest, extend your left leg out. Right arm out from your side, anchor the shoulder and draw the knee across you in your twist. And then bring the knee back in. Hug both knees in, inhale, forehead to knees, curl up. Big stretch out, Shavasana. You've earned it, you deserve it. So enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.
Hey yogis, we want to hear from you. Enjoy the show? Have a suggestion? We love your feedback. Send us a note at rogerstv.com or call 757-9600.